All right, everybody, welcome back to One Thing for Certain. As usual, I'm LA.
I'm Hollis.
So, hope everybody had a great week so far, heading into the weekend. So I guess I'll begin with some news that a lot of people have been asking. I was just telling Hollis about it. The official release date of the book is May 16th, which is next Thursday. Next Thursday. So, I have two separate weekends because I want to do the release party at Top Golf in Durham for y'all that are familiar with where that is. I got two weekends reserved right now, the 18th and the 25th. I need to decide which weekend I'm going to do it. So, I mean, based off everybody that said they want to come, I'm looking at like 40 people.
That's good. It's good.
A little amount. So those of you can make it, please do, because this is going to be a very, very, very important night for me. Because like I said, the last book was ebook. This book is hard copy. So I'll get the signed copies and so forth at the party, and then we'll play some golf or whatever you do out there. So how you been, man?
I've been good, man. No complaints.
I've had a roller coaster week. I've had good news, bad news. Good. It's been up and down. So I'm hoping that it ends with good news, but yeah, it's been a roller coaster week.
Really?
Yeah. I don't even know how to explain it really, but hey, you know, it's like I hate to borrow your expression again, but I guess life has been lifing.
Yeah.
Life has been lifing, man. It's just been but I'll maintain. I'll keep my sanity. I'll be all right.
That's what we do.
So tonight, I'm gonna read. I got a message from Princess 2934, and she's from Charlotte, and she sent a message from the night crew at Atrium Mercy Hospital, and they actually entered a question that they wanted to discuss tonight, which is.
Let's go.
Yeah. So let me read it real quick because I promised her I would read it. Let's see. Hey guys, just wanted to give you both a shout out from the night shift at Atrium Health Mercy Hospital here in Charlotte. We love your channel. It's very rare to find men so in tune with love and relationships, but you guys seem to nail it every time. Well, thank you, Princess 2934.
Thank you.
We try. LA, we absolutely can't wait for your new book to come out. Keep up the good work, guys. P.S. And I know you hate this stuff. She said, P.S. Just wanted to add several of the ladies here have crushes on you guys. LOL. Well, we appreciate that, ladies. But thank you. And her question was, and it's a very interesting one to be honest. I guess depends on how you look at it. They were talking, and they want to know, are they different levels of cheating?
Different levels of cheating.
Now, and we discussed this again before we started. This is what I think. I think one of the ladies,
Okay.
one of the guys, their significant other is cheating, and they're trying to justify it by giving it levels of cheating. You mind if I start?
Kick it off.
So I'm gonna drop a knowledge bomb here. First of all, no, there are not different levels of cheating. Cheating is cheating. Now let me say this: it's almost like murder. Yeah, there's first degree, second degree, involuntary manslaughter. At the end of the day, it's all bad. At the end of the day, somebody's dead, and it's not good. Same thing with cheating. I don't care how you try to pigeonhole it or what you want to do. Cheating is cheating. I mean, I've had people try to, it's just a text message, or it's still cheating. It's all about how you want to look at it, and I think that's what a lot of people do. They don't want to believe that their significant other is cheating. So what they do is they try to, how can I put it? Try to simplify it. So it doesn't look, it's not as bad as you think. As a matter of fact, I'll give you an example. I had somebody one time that caught some inappropriate pictures in their significant other's phone, right? They asked me about it. So I said, what else do you need? And you know what their response was?
What's that?
Oh, well, they're not acting on it. I said, okay, let me break this. Let me dumb this down a little bit. Y'all ready? If your husband or your wife comes home with cake mix and powder and frosting and all that, she's getting ready to make a cake, right? That's the same thing when you find all these text messages and these naked pictures in your phone. They got the ingredients right there. They just ain't baked the cake yet. Am I right, brother?
I agree, but I disagree just a little bit.
Bruh.
Because if you go, and I do agree, cheating is cheating.
Cheating is cheating.
But certain things you can get past, certain things you can't. If somebody curses at you,
yeah,
you can take that. If somebody put their hands on you, that's something different.
Yeah.
So there are levels. If exchanging text messages with an ex can be considered cheating,
yeah,
is that the same as sleeping with an ex? It's not. They're both cheating, but one I think you can get past and you can work through. The other is a little bit more extreme, and you got to make a decision.
I think the texting is basically like that old baseball analogy. You're throwing a warm out pitch before you swing. That's how I look at it.
But did you swing? Because we're all human.
Okay.
Everybody's tempted in some ways. Now,
right.
Some people go further in the act, but some people don't.
There you go. So, ladies at Mercy Hospital in Charlotte, hear us out on this one. Because I know clearly y'all are faithful subscribers and y'all watching night on the night shift. So I'm pretty sure y'all going to be watching this tonight. Here's the thing. It all depends on how much you're willing to look at, how much you're willing to accept. Now, it's couples out there where if you find some flirty text messages, it might not be that big of a deal to you. Mm-hmm. That's just honestly, that's just how it is. But then there might be some people that find us flirty text messages like, "Hey, what's going on here?" Then all of a sudden it's a long discussion. So again, cheating is cheating, but as far as levels, no, there's no levels. It all depends on how you look at it yourself. It's all about how much you're willing to accept.
And I wouldn't even say, don't even say, I won't say accept how much you can deal with, how much you can process.
Yeah, how much, well, let's say tolerate.
Not tolerate, because to me when I hear tolerate means it's a continual thing. Because if they exchange text messages with a friend, an ex-boyfriend, a girlfriend,
yeah,
and it's a situation, okay, it's out in the front, you deal with it, and then you move on. And that's not happening. It shouldn't happen again. But if it's a continual thing, then that's an issue. Because let's be honest, if you're in a relationship that lasts longer than a month, you're going to talk to an ex. You're going to have someone try to approach you. You're going to have a text message from a friend that may cross over a little bit in that conversation.
Yeah.
So it's going to happen. You're going to low-level cheat in some way.
Yeah.
But how do you move past that situation? If you didn't
if you're having a normal conversation,
yes,
then okay. Now, some people will be uncomfortable with you having a normal conversation with an ex, or it doesn't even have to be an ex. It could be like me. Okay, I personally don't feel like having if I'm sitting at the house and I'm texting back and forth with a female coworker. Okay, I kind of feel like that's inappropriate, unless we're discussing work. But if let's say let's use this as an example because I can see the wheels turning.
They're turning.
You're in a relationship.
No,
theoretically.
Say you are. Okay, theoretically.
You're in a relationship.
Okay.
Your significant other's back there making dinner. Okay. You're sitting here watching TV.
Okay.
All of a sudden your phone goes off. It's a female coworker. Hey, Hollis, what are you doing? Nothing, just here and watching TV.
Okay.
Oh, okay. How was your date? Do you think that's okay with your significant other back there washing dishes or whatever?
It depends on if I can give her the phone and she can read those text messages because she knows the dynamic. Because I have a lot of employees that I'm close with.
Yeah.
And I do have conversations. But those conversations never cross certain lines.
Yeah. See, one thing I've always prided myself in is if I have female friends, I make sure, I attempt to make sure that whoever I'm dating, they're friends too. And that way, if they text me, then they
know who it is.
Yeah, they know who it is. They know, okay, nothing's going on.
I see that.
Yeah. So I'm not saying it works in every case, but I do try to make an effort that, okay, I want you to know this person too. And that way you won't feel like, okay, why she's always texting. Because I have female friends, I'm close. They're like sisters to me. So they might text me and we have a normal conversation, but my significant other's gonna know, okay, there's nothing going on there. I've met her, I know what's going on.
Absolutely.
And I've had them text me and say, hey, tell blah blah blah, say hello. Or they became friends or whatever the case may be. So in that case it's different. But again, it's all about how you look at it, because now let's go a step further in the situation where I had where the young lady found the pictures of a naked girl in her man's phone.
Okay.
Now, her defense was he's not acting on it. Okay, sweetheart, let me tell you something. Now, Hollis, you might disagree, but I'm gonna say this because it's an opinion channel. So if a lady is sending your man naked pictures, she ain't just doing it to be doing it. I'm just gonna tell you. I'm sorry. He might not be acting on it right now, but you know, two things happen. One, he asked for those photos, or two, she's giving him a preview of what's to come.
Facts.
All right, I'm sorry, but I just had to drop that knowledge on you because that is naked pictures in a phone. That's not the same as a text message saying, "Hey, how you doing?"
Absolutely.
A naked picture saying, "Hey, how you doing? Come get this."
Facts.
That's all that is.
Yeah.
And I'm just keeping it real with you.
Mm-hmm.
So you can sit all day long and say, "Well, they ain't acting on it." Yeah, right.
Yet.
Right now.
Yet.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Yet they're not acting on it yet. And I'm sorry, but you in denial.
Yeah.
That's just facts. You are in denial. So, you know, so let's stop trying to put classifications on cheating. Cheating is wrong. Cheating is cheating. There's no first degree, second degree cheating. Cheating is cheating.
But you have to have the conversation about boundaries. Because
there got to be boundaries.
Let's be honest, when you're in a long-term relationship, there are going to be interactions with the opposite sex. Ex-girlfriends, friends, different situations. There's always going to be some interaction with the opposite sex. That's just what it is. Now, setting those boundaries and making sure people understand what's acceptable and what's not, that's what you have to do. Because I have ex-girlfriends that I still communicate with that are in relationships.
Yeah.
I don't cross certain lines. They don't cross lines. It's just when you have a connection with somebody, you want to make sure they're okay, checking on holidays, birthdays, random events. So that's going to happen.
Yeah.
But what happens in that line of communication? Is there a, man, are you happy? Is the conversation going and crossing lines? Because if somebody can't respect those boundaries, you can't associate with them. But you got to be able to speak about those situations with your significant other.
Well, I agree with you that it's got to be a respect thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, I'm in the same situation. I have ex-girlfriends that are in relationships.
Mm-hmm.
I don't cross that line.
That's right.
I'm not going to ask you to go hang out unless you bring in your husband or your boyfriend. I just think that's a line you don't cross.
Absolutely.
And I might text you and check on you from time to time, but I'm gonna make sure it's not a daily thing because I think that in itself is crossing the line as well. I think if you know your ex-girlfriend is in a relationship with somebody, I'm not gonna text her every day because now this is just me. You might feel differently. I just think that's crossing the line a little bit because when you're doing it every day, that's more than checking on somebody.
Agreed. Now, it also is not you can be respectful.
Yeah.
But ultimately, it's that person's responsibility to maintain the integrity of their relationship. So if you're texting too much, you can be aware of that, but ultimately it's that person's responsibility. It's admirable of you to be responsible and respect their boundaries, but that person has to tell you, LA, we're talking too much. They got to be the one to pull back because that's their relationship.
And I remember I had a conversation with I was married at the time, and we were in the mall, and a guy, and I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna brag a little bit here. My ex-wife was fine.
Okay.
So we're in the mall, and some dude hit on her.
Okay.
And she told him, she's like, "Hey, I'm married. That's my husband over there. Blah 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 blah." So she walked over to where I was, and we're walking. She's like, "Why you come over there and say something?" I said, "Because you're the first line of defense."
Facts.
Now, the reason that guy walked away from you is because why? You explained to him, "I'm married. That's my husband over there," so he backed off.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if he would have started talking to you and you would engage in a conversation that was a little too long for me, yeah, I'm walking over here.
Okay.
But again, that's not just in that case. This is in any case. The first line of defense is you.
That's right.
If somebody's approaching you inappropriately, you're the first line. You know you're in a relationship. People are it's almost like that old thing with I don't know if you were familiar with how these horror movies, but I don't know if you know it or not, but with Dracula. Did you know Dracula's not allowed in your house unless you invite him in?
Yes.
You know that?
Yes.
A lot of people don't know that. It's how the horror movies work. Same thing when somebody's trying to push up on you. They can only get as far as you let them in.
They can't come in unless you open the door.
Can't come in unless you open the door. And some of y'all kind of open the door.
Some of them leave the door open with the screen door.
Yeah, and then act surprised when they walk in.
Absolutely.
Like, oh, what are you doing here? You left the door unlocked. You know why I'm in here. And you know, and I'll promote the book here for a second. I literally wrote a whole chapter on something like this right here, and I was explaining how one thing that's increased cheating is the whole social media aspect.
Absolutely.
Because there was a time where you would worry if your significant other went out and they met somebody at the bar. Now your significant other can meet somebody sitting in the living room in their pajamas on the laptop.
Absolutely.
That's how it works. Because I've been like, I've literally been on my phone and all of a sudden I get an instant message from somebody. Never, hey, how you doing? That's how it works. But it's all about, like you said, it's all about you making people respect the boundaries. That's how it works. And like you just said, if you leave the door open and they walk in, don't act surprised because they're standing in the house. You let them in.
100%. If you leave the door open, man or woman, if you allow a outside person to disrespect your union, your relationship, you get what you get. You can't be surprised. If you make that person think it's okay to cross the line or don't check them properly, you're inviting it.
You're inviting it. And then you question why your relationship is the way it is. And again, I hate to sound like a broken record here. Sometimes you just got to look in the mirror. A lot of times you created your own drama and then you don't want to accept the fact that you made this mess. Because, one thing about me, I had somebody ask me one time, like, why don't you cheat? It's too much. First of all, I don't agree with cheating. Second of all, it's too much work. I don't have time to be out hiding my phone and I don't have time for all that.
Well, in this day and age, you can have whatever you want. If you want a person that will let you cheat, you can find that. Why not find a person that's cool with that? If you like variety, then stay single. You can have all the variety you want.
Yeah, stay single if that's what you want to do.
Or find a person that's okay with you doing what you do.
Yeah.
There are people that will accept that.
Open marriage, open relationship.
Absolutely.
Now I couldn't be in one.
Not at all.
But some people have a healthy, open relationship. Hey, you can go out and do this, and I can too. But as long as we come back, I had somebody tell me one time. This was a few years ago. She said, "I don't care what my man do, as long as he come home to me." And that's exactly what she said. I'm thinking to myself, this is what's wrong with relationships right here. So in other words, I said, if you're letting him go out there and do what he wants to do, he's not your man. He's for the streets. Ain't that just saying?
But in that situation, if she says that, then who are we to judge? If she says as long as he comes home, he's fulfilling his obligation to his relationship.
Yeah, we're gonna have to have a part 2 on this.
Hey, we can have a part. That's on them.
I want to discuss open relationships because that makes no sense to me.
I think
to this day I don't understand how she said as long as he comes home to me he can do whatever he wants. So in other words, he go out there and sleep with 3 or 4 women as long as he come back home to you and he paying the bills.
But I mean, think about it. That's how men and women look at sex differently. It is what it is. It biologically, physically, it's a different experience for men.
I mean, in that aspect, I wouldn't even consider it about sex. It's about the respect of the relationship. But then again, I understand what you're saying too, because she's telling him, "Hey, you can do it." So,
I don't think she's saying you can. I think she's saying if he's doing it.
Yeah, well,
as long as she don't see it or bring it home.
If you're dating a horn dog, you might as well tell him to do it. If you say, I'm sorry.
But let's be honest, most men are horn dogs. Not saying they act on it. Not saying they chase. Yeah. You can rehab and not chase. You still have the urge. Men still have the urge. Doesn't mean we want other women, but we still have the urge.
Gotcha. Ladies at Mercy Hospital, y'all got us working on this one. Y'all actually might have started a part 2 because we need to finish this one up. But right now we're gonna go ahead and cut it off. But thanks for that question because we didn't think it'd even get this deep, but apparently it's deeper than we thought. I hope we helped y'all out. Hopefully we'll keep y'all up tonight on y'all shift. And real quick, again, we want a special shout out to all the subscribers, man, because like I said, we're almost at 9,000 now. And I didn't know this until the other day, but the publisher said if I could get at least half of you guys to buy the book the first week, I can make the New York Times bestseller list.
Really?
Yeah. To make the New York Times bestseller list, you only have to sell 5,000 copies in a week.
Oh, wow.
I figure it's 9,000 of y'all. Can I get 5,000 to get the book? So, hey, until next time, we'll see you.
Before we check out,
yeah.
How about I'll buy 10 copies and mail out 9 copies to 9 users that we have.
Sounds good. I'm getting 10 complimentary copies. They should be at my house Tuesday.
No, this is me supporting the book.
All right, cool.
I want to support the book myself, and
Gotcha.
I want to support the viewers. So I'll personally buy 10 copies and send out 9 copies.
Well, again, everybody that can make the launch party, please be there because it's going to be a very, very important night for me. I'm actually going to see a lot of people I haven't seen in a long time. They're really excited about coming and signing a book. So, again.
Now, the 10 that I buy, will you sign all 10?
Yeah, I'll sign all 10 for you, brother. You
Awesome.
know I will.
Awesome.
All right, until next time, everybody. Peace.
Peace.